This is Vauxhall, London, Southwest 8, the flight path crossroads of Heathrow and City airports. At a distance of 16 miles from Heathrow, aircraft noise dominates the local environment, registering over 60 decibels. Planes pass overhead at an average of 1 every 2 minutes. But with the proposed runway expansion at Heathrow and the increased flights planned for the City airport, things look set to get worse. This is what local residents had to say on the issue.
I've lived with my husband Paul here since 1991.
I've lived here for 25 years. Certainly when we first came to live in the house, aircraft noise was not an issue at all. But over the last few years, it seems to have got steadily worse.
When we first moved in and when I looked at the house, there was no awareness that there was more than the usual amount of noise. We didn't notice aircraft noise at night or first thing in the morning or in the garden. Now, over the last 15 years or so, it's really built up.
I've lived here for a year, and it's one of the first things I noticed when we sort of moved into the flat, and it's constant.
Constant, you know. I live on the 17th floor and I can hear it all the time.
It's pretty noisy. It starts quite early in the morning, which is the biggest problem.
The first flight of the day comes over at 4:30 every morning on the dot. I have to sleep with the windows shut all the year round, and I have double glazing in my bedroom.
We get woken up by it, even in the winter, because we don't have double glazing.
But what's quite annoying is when it starts at, say, 5 o'clock, which I think is earlier than it's supposed to.
It starts about 5 o'clock in the morning.
It sometimes can wake you up if you've got your window open, which is a bit annoying.
An absolute pain.
Aeroplanes are only supposed to land this early in exceptional circumstances, but I know that British Airways have a flight from Hong Kong which comes in at this time every day. It's a scheduled flight, so you know, where is the exception in that?
Yeah, it's a total pain, particularly in the morning. So at this time of year we sleep with the windows shut, even though it's too hot.
You say that you used to live here? But
yes, I used to live at Oval Way, but the plane noise, as you know.
For example, this afternoon, which is a lovely sunny Sunday afternoon, it would be nice to sit in the garden with the papers and relax.
We have the noise from the aeroplanes coming across from Heathrow. That can be every couple of minutes, especially late afternoon we get a whole bunch coming in.
The planes are coming over directly and noisily at a rate of more than 1 a minute. I mean, you haven't got rid of the noise of one before the next one is overhead.
The other place that we get them for is City Airport, so we actually get the worst of both worlds in that way.
The UK government and the aviation industry acknowledge there may be a noise problem, but only in the area from Barnes to Heathrow, where aircraft noise averages at 57 decibels. A study commissioned by campaign group Hakan Clear Skies concluded aviation noise was a London-wide problem, and consultation on any plans to expand Heathrow should include local authorities and residents well beyond West London.
There is an argument that, well, you chose to live in this particular part of London, you must put up with it. If anything drives me away from London, it will be the aircraft noise. But for many thousands of people, moving away is not an option. If you live in a council estate or, you know, financially it's difficult, what are the chances of moving away from an intolerably noisy situation?
We complained to our MP in the mid-90s about it, and she said, well, it's part of living in London. But now she's very much on our side, and she wants to make sure that we become part of that consultation area. Because at the moment we don't look as though we get a say. People don't believe that there's a lot of noise here. And I think you'll see from this video that we can hear it, and you can hear that it's very, very loud.
It is going to get worse anyway, because we're now on a flight path to City Airport. My understanding is that the number of flights into City is scheduled to increase quite substantially in the next couple of years, so it's a sort of no-win situation.
With Heathrow expanding, there's probably going to be more planes coming over here. How do you feel about that?
That probably wouldn't be the best thing in the world, no, it wouldn't be good.
I think it's really worrying. I think we don't need more planes. I think there's not enough room in the sky for them, for starters.
You know, I'd like to find out if there's any protest groups. If there were, I'd go on them.
Do you think the people in Vauxhall should have a say over the Heathrow expansion?
Most definitely.
I would like to see Heathrow disappear, and I would like to see a new airport on the Thames estuary.